Good morning, children. In today's class, we will discuss about the NCERT questions of Chapter 2, Sectors of Indian Economy. So the question number 1 is based on fill in the blanks. Question number 1, first part, employment is a service sector dash increased to the same extent as production. So in service sector, it means tertiary sector, employment has not increased as per the expectations. Then second question is workers in the tertiary sector do not produce goods because tertiary is a service sector. It does not lead to production. Then the third question is most of the workers in the organized sector enjoy job security because here all the rules and regulations are formed and framed. Next question, a large proportion of laborers in India are working under unorganized sector because most of the population are living in village areas. So they are not into the organized sector. The next is cotton is a natural product and cloth is a manufactured product. So that is what the connection between primary sector and secondary sector. Then the activity in primary, secondary and tertiary sectors are interdependent. They are all dependent on each other. So these are the answers of fill in the blanks of question number 1. Now we will discuss second question. Now question number 2, that is MCQ question. So the first question is the sectors are classified into public and private sector on the basis of ownership. If the individual is the owner, it is private. If the government is the owner, it is public. Second portion is production of a commodity mostly through the natural process. This is a part of primary sector. Then third is GDP is the total value of all final goods and services. Goods and services in sum total of that we have discussed in the lecture. And fourth part is in terms of GDP, the share of tertiary sector in 2010-11, according to our NCERT, it is between 50 to 60%. Yes. Now question number 3, 4 and 5 is your exercise that you have to complete by yourself what you have understood in the lecture. Question number 6. Do you think the classification of economic activities into primary, secondary and tertiary is useful? So the answer will be yes. It is useful because it helps the economist to understand the development of each sector. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for the economist to understand about individually each sector how it is doing. And government can utilize their resources for that. Then question number 7. For each of the sectors that we came across in this chapter, why should one focus on employment and GDP? Could there be other issues which should be examined? So the answer is GDP mainly gives a summarized picture. GDP what gives? It is the sum total picture it gives of primary, secondary and tertiary sectors final good. Therefore, GDP is very essential to understand the economy and economic development and economic activities. And employment, it generates the qualitative population, it generates the economy and income. Therefore, employment is also an important part. Then next question number 8, it is a list. You have to find which type of activity it is and under which sector it comes. So bank clerk, it is tertiary because banking is a service sector. Sector will be organized because rules and regulations of job are known there. Then construction worker, it is tertiary because service but unorganized sector. Farmer, primary sector but unorganized sector. Then DTC bus operators, tertiary and organized. They are getting a salary proper. Freelancer, it is tertiary but unorganized. There are no rules and regulations given by the guidelines. Then public sector factory worker, it is secondary because it is in the factory but organized. Own tailoring shop, it is tertiary but unorganized. Then question number 9, how is tertiary sector different from other sectors? Tertiary sector is basically a service sector. It provides services to the primary and secondary. But primary and secondary, they are mainly involved in the production. So primary and secondary are in production. Natural products are produced through primary, and finished goods or industrial product are produced in industries. But tertiary provides or help services to these two sectors. That is why it is different. Question number 10. What do you understand by disguised unemployment? So disguised unemployment is that type of unemployment where more than the required number of people are working. For example, there is a need of 5 people but 8 are working. So 3 are in the state of underemployment. Then this question number 11, distinguish between open unemployment and disguised unemployment. So I am giving you the definition or situation of both. Open unemployment is a situation where in a large section of labor force does not get job. This type of unemployment can be seen and counted in terms of unemployed person. Okay, the overall total people, those who are not getting the job, comes under open unemployment. And in disguised unemployment, although they are working, but the situation is of underemployment, anytime they can be thrown out. Question number 12. Tertiary sector is not playing any significant role in the development of Indian economy. Highly disagree. It is not correct because service sector is the most important sector for the development. Our GDP is many more folds dependent on tertiary sector. So it is very important. Next question, question number 13. Service sector in India employs 2 different kinds of people. So who are these? They are highly skilled people and low skilled people. Low skilled people are working in the factories as a worker, providing services, transportation, drivers of the truck and all. They are low skilled. And high skilled as a professionals, those who are working in office and different types of jobs. Question number 14. Workers are exploited in the unorganized sector. Do you agree? Most of the workers in unorganized sector are exploited because in unorganized sector there is no job security, no rules and regulations are framed or formed. So many times unorganized sector, the jobs are at high risk. Then question number 15. How are the activities in the economy classified on the basis of employment condition? On the basis of employment condition, there are 2 divisions. One is organized sector, another is unorganized sector. So organized sector means where all the rules and regulations and terms and conditions are followed for a job prescribed by the guidelines, but in unorganized sector it does not happen. Then question number 16. Compare the employment conditions prevailing in the organized and unorganized sector. Same as that of question number 15 you can write. Then explain the objectives of implementing the MNREGA 2005, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. This question may be a very important question for this year because lots of people in the COVID-19 have got the job in MNREGA. The main objectives are to increase the income and employment. Every state region can develop tourism. The central government made law implementing the right to work in 200 districts. So these are the implementations. Now question number 18, it is a division, distinguish between public sector and private sector. So as I told you, government is the owner. Government decide what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce is public sector. And when individual does this, it comes under private sector. BSNL is public sector. Reliance is private sector. An example. Question number 20. Give a few examples of public sector. So public sector, railways, defense, these are government sectors which comes under public sector. Then next is question number 21. Explain how public sector contributes to the economic development of the nation. So there are so many ways. It creates employment conditions, financial resources, economic development, railways, availability of goods and services, taking care of private sector in whenever they are in need of. So these are the reasons. Question number 22. The workers in the unorganized sector need protection on the following issues: wage, safety and health. Explain with the help of example. So I am directly giving you the examples. Wages, they are low and irregular. Safety, for example, construction workers are there, so they get injured anytime. And health, the long working hours, unhygienic condition that hampers their health conditions. Then next question number 23, it's a table based. You have to make a table. So the organized sector number of workers here are 4 lakh. Unorganized sector workers are 11 lakh. Income of organized sector is 32,000 million and income of unorganized sector is 28,000 million. Now question number 24, it is the GDP values are given of primary, secondary and tertiary. You have to take out the percentage. So percentage can be taken out as primary, secondary and tertiary. If 1950 we discuss, so the sum total of 39,000, 19,000 and 80,000, it will come 1,38,000. So 80,000 by 1,38,000 into 100. Then 19,000 by 1,38,000 into 100. And 39,000 by 1,38,000 into 100. You will get the percentage. Similarly for 2011 you have to do. So these are the question answers. Listen carefully. If you need to write in the copy, make a pause, note down the answers in points and then complete your notebook. Thank you.